Hey guys, did you just get the call from your best friend or sister that they're pregnant after about 5 minutes of trying and you've been trying to conceive for 3 years? I have been there. So my name is Sarah Martzleft and I'm a fertility coach. I spend a lot of time with my clients working through these emotions, dealing with infertility when it seems like all of your friends are getting pregnant. Like I said, I have been there and I know many folks who have been there too. So today I want to talk about that and walk through some strategies for you guys to use when you're faced with infertility and in this situation where your friends and family members are all getting pregnant. If you like this video, go ahead and click the subscribe button and also the little bell so you get notified when I post new videos. So, like I said, this is one of the most common triggers for us on an infertility journey. It just seems like everybody around you gets pregnant so easily, and you see all the cute baby announcements or you see pregnant women at the store, and it's really triggering, right? It's very understandable. It's what you want so bad and it's just not happening. So my first tip is be really clear with your family and friends about how you want to be told when they, if they do become pregnant before you. And I would say, a text message or an email can feel a little bit impersonal, but it can also be the best way to go about that. The reason being is that way we're not sitting face to face with someone when they're telling us, and they can't see your initial reaction, which is really hard to hide. And unfortunately, your initial reaction is probably not going to be to jump up and down for joy with them, and that's totally okay and it's totally understandable. So yes, an email or text message can be really impersonal, but I think it saves us from maybe like a fight or some uncomfortable situations a little bit further down the road. So tip number 2 for dealing with infertility when it seems like everybody around you is getting pregnant is to go ahead and be okay getting mad, right? So it's all right that you're upset about this and all you want to do is be mad. Let those emotions out. I mean, if you need to go throw a temper tantrum on a couch or, punch a pillow or journal, go for a run, do something with the intention of getting the mad out of your system. When we don't process those emotions, they store up in our body and, they can become a form of disease or dis-ease in our body. And also they manifest themselves in other ways. So, starting fights with your husband or maybe like skipping out on work priorities, right? So it's a really good idea to just deal with the mad in any way that feels good. If you're not the type of person that would, punch a pillow when you got upset, then do something else, right? Go for a run or any of those other things that I mentioned. And, like I said, just process that stuff through your body. And we also don't want it getting stored up and, sending the message to our body that we are mad and that we're not safe. Because when we send that message, then our body can't, do what it does in its tip-top shape because it's not in tip-top shape, right? So number 3 is be really clear with yourself about the relationship you can have moving forward. You cannot be the person that your friend or family member comes to complain about their pregnancy symptoms or to be super involved in the birth or the baby shower, right? If those things are going to break your heart every time you're involved in them, protect your heart. You are allowed to protect your heart and be really sensitive with yourself during this time. And understanding, right? Just pull in as much love and compassion for yourself as you can. You really deserve that at this time. And I think that your friends should be understanding. And if they're not, I think that says a lot more about them than it does about you, if that makes sense. So, just get clear, right? And also, I think maybe writing it down yourself before you just like run up to them right after they tell you that they're pregnant and say, well, I can't be friends with you anymore, right? Because that's not what we want. And I think, at the end of the day, we all just want to be supported, and we all just want to support the ones that we love. So just be clear with yourself and be honest with yourself. And I think that you guys can have a good relationship. It's just maybe for the next couple of months, things might be pulled back a little bit, which is totally fine. The next thing, which of course, block or deactivate any accounts that are not helping you and lifting you up on social media. Any news articles, any of those things. You are allowed to block, unfriend, unfollow, deactivate your social media at any point along this journey, and obviously at any point in your life, right? Seeing those growing baby bump pictures, seeing the pictures from the baby showers, those things are really triggering and they can be really hard to deal with. And it's a lot easier to not deal with them when you don't see them, right? Unfollow hashtags that could be triggering. All these things are things that we can do just to really protect our heart and make sure that we're not kind of drowning in a sea of baby stuff when that's not what we want to be surrounded with, right? Maybe follow more empowering hashtags. Find some really good accounts that, are amping you up, and go follow those. And of course, there are tons of women going through this. It's 1 in 8 women go through infertility. So there are tons of accounts that you can follow on Instagram or Pinterest that will give you helpful tips and tricks. And then, kind of, I think seeing their success motivates us a little bit, right? The next tip that I have for dealing with infertility when all your friends and family members are getting pregnant is to change the story in your mind. This one can be, it's kind of weird. It's a little bit maybe woo-woo and out there, but instead of looking at somebody who's pregnant and, going straight to that negative thought pattern, maybe try to flip the script, right? So say, that's going to be me soon, or hey body, look, that could be us soon. And really try to rewrite and rewire your brain and those thought patterns, because our body hears everything that we're telling it. So if you see a pregnant woman and you're like, oh, that's never going to be me, your body hears that. All of your cells hear those things. So it is really impactful. So take the step to rewrite the story. Maybe wake up in the morning and do some visualizing or journaling and say, I'm so happy now that I'm pregnant. Or, when I see a pregnant person today, or if I see a baby announcement, I'm going to be really happy for them and also myself, because I know that that's coming for me. And I know that this is a sign from in the universe that these things are coming to me and I am going to be a mom soon. I really like that one. That one really helped me on my journey. Instead of being so bitter and sad every time I saw a pregnant person, I did a little happy dance in my head and I was like, yes, look, there's a sign that I am about to become a mom, and that is all that I want, right? The next is, of course, talking to someone. So a coach, a therapist, someone who can really help you process your emotions. They're tough to deal with, and they're not easily dealt with on your own. So I think that talking to someone and being able to sort out your emotions, sort out your feelings, being able to name what you're feeling, those things are all really important, and they're going to help you beyond just infertility. These things and these feelings aren't going to go away just because you end up with a baby. Negative thought patterns can carry us through our whole lives. And, of course, if you want to continue on with your life that way, that's totally acceptable. However, finding someone that can help you can totally transform your life, and, in the best way. So those are my tips for dealing with infertility when all of your friends and family members are getting pregnant. Like I said, click on the subscribe button if you like the video, and you can also visit my website and check out all of my coaching offers. I am always here to support you in whatever way that you need. So have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to you guys later.